Yo, what's good everyone? Your boy Deke back again, another vid. And this one, we got to talk about Avery Williamson to the Steelers. It was a trade that happened last night with the Jets and the Steelers. And my reaction, my thoughts, probably basically like all of yours. I hadn't seen a snap of him play. I looked up like Jets Reddit, Jets forums, highlights, stats, grades, just to try to get a feel of the player that Avery Williamson is. So I'll give you the rundown of everything that I've gathered thus far. So basically he's been a starter in the league his whole career, averages around 3 sacks a year, 102, 104 tackles in 2015 and 2016, 92 tackles in 2017, and then in perhaps his best year in 2018 he had 120 tackles, 6 pass defense, 80 of those tackles were solo, and then an interception. And so far this year, he has 59 tackles. He tore his ACL and missed the complete 2019 season. And then these 59 tackles so far this year, I was looking up. I think it's like top 13 in the league right now. I think he missed a game even too. So if you take that on a per game basis, it might even be a little bit better than that. That might be a little bit deceiving though, because how many times in the past have we seen like a Browns linebacker or a linebacker on some shitty team lead the league in tackles just because they are on a shitty team and they have so many opportunities on defense to make tackles? So he's on the Jets. Obviously, they're the worst team in the league, so that might be a little bit deceiving. I'm not going to get too wrapped up in that because of all the times it's happened in the past. And those linebackers on those teams, they never get like Pro Bowl hype or best linebacker in the league hype. So you kind of question that type of stuff. But 59 tackles, still 59 tackles. So for strengths, I'm seeing run stopping. PFF ranked him 4th in run stopping in 2018. A lot of the Jets Reddit, a lot of the Jets forums that I was reading was saying that that's his strength, is run stopping. And then for coverage, I've heard a mixed bag that it's not his strength, it's probably more of his weakness. At the same time, he still is pretty decent at covering. So I don't really know what to make of that. And then his PFF grades overall over the past 3 years. In 2017, he had an 80.4. 2018, a 72.8. And then this year, it just seems ridiculous. It seems like they've gone too far with this grade. They got him at a 43.2. I mean, I know I was talking about the 59 tackles, how that could be a little bit deceptive, but still, 59 tackles is 59 tackles, and a 43.2 just sounds way too far. The Jets are really bad, so that's what I'm chalking it up to. And I take these PFF grades with a grain of salt anyway. The reason I say them is someone is watching game tape of him. This is what they're seeing. This is their grade. I mean, everyone's got their opinion, everyone's got their slant on things, so the 43.2 just seems absurd to me. So overall, he looks like a pretty solid linebacker. He's been a starter basically his whole career. Is young at 28, but still has like 6/7 years of experience if you want to count the year he was injured. So yeah, I don't think there's anything not to like, especially when you give up a 5th rounder for a player of this caliber. I consider it a win-win. It's kind of like golfing, because if you play shitty, it's better than anything else you would have been doing. And then if you play good, all right, you're out golfing, you're having fun, you're with your friends, and you're playing good. So win-win in both scenarios. And in this case, one is that Avery comes here to the Steelers. He unlocks some sort of potential, has the best 8 games of his career because he's playing with a great defense that has Super Bowl aspirations. There's a newfound hope that's there that he hasn't found from playing with the Jets. And the trio of Williamson, Spillane, and Williams works. There's a chemistry there. Everyone's playing to the best of their abilities, and we go on a late season run with the Super Bowl in mind. And then the second scenario is he doesn't play well, but he's still solid. Maybe he's a little bit of a lesser version than what he is on the Jets. It's not like he's going to come here to the Steelers and become 50 times worse all of a sudden. He has a body of work of almost 7 years in the NFL. He's got 59 tackles this season with the Jets. So it's not like he's going to come in and completely drop off. Maybe he's a little bit of a lesser version of himself. He doesn't get completely acclimated. Maybe he doesn't get as much playing time as he would have hoped. But where's the loss there? Because he brings something that we need right now, which is added depth. So that is the worst case scenario where, again, we win still because we only gave up a 5th rounder. We only have him for 8 games. And he brings something to the table that we do need right now. Like I said, he's not going to completely drop off. And we're going to be looking back in 5 years like, yo, I can't believe we gave up that 5th rounder for Avery Williamson. No, it makes sense right now. It's what we need, and we're trying to win a Super Bowl. And then lastly, the most interesting thing about this move, in my opinion, is something we don't know yet, and we're just going to have to find out over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And that's how Williamson, Spillane, and Williams kind of how does that trio work together and mesh and chemistry and whatnot, how much playing time does each linebacker receive? And that's just something we're going to have to find out. Spillane obviously played great in the Ravens game. Vince Williams has been having a great season thus far. It'll be interesting to see if Williamson kind of fits the role of what Gilbert was doing with the Titans, where it was, I think it was like 50-50. If you look up the snap counts on Pro Football Reference, Spillane had 50% of the snaps in the Titans. I didn't check Gilbert's, but I'm assuming maybe it was around 40%, 30, 40, 50%. So does Williamson fit that type of role? Which, in that Titans game, it worked. Like Spillane and Gilbert, that combo definitely worked. And we saw how Spillane did against the Ravens this week. So that's kind of my thoughts right now. I think it was a good move overall. Win-win. There's nothing not to like about it right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And we're going to be talking about this on the podcast later today. And I'm sure Moats is going to give some good insight into this. So hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Stay chillin' and peace.